Welcome to the fastest daf in town. Today we're going to Masech this Ksuvos daf Hey. We are going to begin on the very bottom of Dalid Amud Beis, the second line from the bottom. Omer Mar, Beinkach or Beinkach, whether there was an ones or not, lo yibo lo be'erev Shabbos, lo b'motzi Shabbos. One is not allowed to have the initial bia not on erev Shabbos, which means on Friday night, or on Motzi Shabbos. Now bishlam be'erev Shabbos mishum chabura. Now this is going to be discussed at greater length, but we are just assuming that the issue of having tashmish with a basula on Shabbos creates, through the causing of the blood to come out, that is a creation of a chabura, of a wound, and that's also to make on Shabbos. El b'moitzi Shabbos amaylo. What's the problem of getting married on Saturday night? What's the problem of bia on Saturday night? Which of course is connected to getting married on Saturday night. So Omer Rav Zer, as we continue to Hamid Aleph, Mishum Cheshboinais. Because there's an issue that if a person is going to get married right on Saturday night, or let's say he has to have a whole Suda prepared, so there's an issue of Cheshboinais. As Rashi quotes, the Pasuk Ishayo B'daber Davar, that a person is not even allowed to speak business matters on Shabbos. So Gemara says that may not be true in this case. Is it really true that it's asur when it comes to this situation? It's a mitzvah. They're getting married. After all, we know when it comes to cheshbonos of a mitzvah is actually allowed. You're allowed to designate, as many shuls do, that I'm going to give a certain amount of money to the poor on Shabbos. The Omer Rav Yaakov, Omer Rav Yochanan, Hayachin Labati Knesset, Labati Midrashais, and go to a shul, Lefakech al Iskei Rabim b'Shabbos, to ask individuals to be able to support public matters on Shabbos. The Omer Rav Yaakov, like having an appeal. The Omer Rav Yaakov Bar Idi, Omer Rav Yochanan, if let's say someone's life is in the balance, so again, you could do whatever it takes on Shabbos as far as cheshboinish mitzvah. Yom Rav Shmuel Bar Nachmeni Omer Rav Yonah son hoichlin l'tartiyos l'karkiyos, which is generally translated tartiyot. It sounds like a theater. You're allowed to go to these theaters and to these like circuses. L'fakech al iski rabim b'Shabbos. V'tana debei menashia mishanchen al hatinaikes al aris b'Shabbos. You're able to make shidduchim on Shabbos, as we say in the song Lisaneg, Bisanugim, etc. It says l'shadech habanais. Here hurimu tarimu l'shadech habanais. So we see you're allowed to do that. Al hatinik lamdo sefer lamdo umnois, which again is also in that song. They ought to teach a child and also teach them a profession, or basically to hire someone to be able to that they will eventually plan on doing it. So why aren't you able to get married on Motzi Shabbos or be a Motzi Shabbos? El Omer Abzeir Gezer Shem Yishchat Benayif. The issue is you may shecht a bird on Shabbos, as Rashi Otzach Motzi Shabbos, Shehi Tarid V'Yishchach Shabbos, because you're going to be so busy knowing your wedding starts 20 minutes after Shabbos is over, so you may end up doing malacha on Shabbos itself. Yom Kippur, which falls out on a Monday. In other words, it starts on a Sunday night. So in that situation, you already start eating in preparation on Erev Yom Kippur on Saturday night. So Yidche, maybe you should push off Yom Kippur, Gezer Shem Yishcha Benov, Hasam Do Nafshe Lo Tarid. When it's for yourself, like the food for Yom Kippur, Erev Yom Kippur, you're not going to be tired. Over there, because it's a huge wedding for so many people, you may end up violating. Inami, alternatively, there's a big difference between a wedding and Yom Kippur. Hasam Isli or Ravacha. Hachal Isli or Ravacha. When it comes to Yom Kippur, so you don't eat right away on Saturday night. So you have breakfast Sunday morning, you have lunch, you have a whole day. However, this wedding is mamish taking place right after Shabbos, and therefore a person may violate it. So hashjas lahachi. Once you say this, Erev Shabbos nami gezer shemishchat benayif. If you get married on Erev Shabbos, it's also going to be a problem because a person, for the same reason, may end up going into Shabbos and then violating Shabbos. Iboilhu. Besul nises brevi. We said that a besul is supposed to get married on Wednesday. Now the question is, is that v'nivelas brevi? She also have bia on that Wednesday? V'loi chashina kuri daita. We're not concerned that they had bia on Wednesday, that he's going to calm down if, let's say, he doesn't find besulim, he has tinus besulim, but he has to wait all the way until Thursday morning. Maybe we require them to not have bia until that night, Wednesday night, which is Yom Chamishi, the Chayshina Kuri Daita, because if it's too far apart, the bia, and when Beis Din opens, we may be Chayshav Kuri Daita. So Gemara says like this: Tashma the Tani Bar Kapara Besul Nisis Bravi V'Nevelos B'Chamishi. It says Meferish that she's supposed to have bia on Chamishi, but not for the reason as we said. B'Hoyel V'Nemrbo Bracha L'Dagim. It's because there's a special bracha that it's attributed to the fish, which were created on the 5th day. So Almana Nises B'Chamishi. Why does a widow get married on a Thursday? Now there's no tinus besulim there, and therefore v'nivelos b'shishi, she has bia on the Friday hoyel v'nemer bo bracha adam, because she'll have upon her the bracha of adam of puravu mluas aretz. So time mishum bracha. The whole reason is because of receiving the bracha of dagim. Avol mishum kuri daito yichashinan. So yihachi amana nami ti boyel b'chamishi. Why don't we have her also have bia on the chamishi? Hoyel v'nemer bo bracha dagim. Let the almana enjoy the bracha, even though fine, there's no tinus besulim, but let her get the bracha of being like a fish. Meretz is bracha the adam adifa. The bracha of adam is better, so it's actually a better bracha for her, having bia on the Friday. However, because of tinus besulim, a besula can't get married that day because Beis Din is not going to be open until the following Monday. Fine. Vinami mishum shoktu. Another reason is because of shaktu, the side man. It's very interesting. Shaktu works in this direction. That we want her to get married on Thursday, b'nivelos b'shishi on Friday. If you have B on Thursday, he's going to go to work on Friday. He's going to leave her. So Shata Chachamim Matakanas Banos Yisrael Shehi Sameach Imo Shloshi Yomim Chamish B'Shabbos Erev Shabbos HaShabbos. We want him to stick together with her and to be able to stay for an extended 3 days. If you would have bia with her on Thursday, so he'll be like, I'm just going to go to work on Friday. But instead, if he had bia late into Thursday night, into Friday morning, so then he's not going to go to work on Friday. So my ika being brachal shaktu. What's the difference? Either way, they're getting married on Thursday and having bia on Friday. So you can be nayu adam batal. If you have a guy who's an adam batal, guy doesn't go to work anyway, so you don't have to worry about him. But it's important, obviously, the bracha of dagim. Inami yom teshachal yos be'erev Shabbos. Let's say you have yom tov falls out on a Friday. So again, it's not going to be an issue because he can't go to work on Friday because it's yom tov. He doesn't work on yom tov. So because of that issue of running to work, shaktu wouldn't be an issue, but bracha still does apply. Okay. Question 13. Ma tam dalmana nises b'chamishi. Why did she get married on Thursday? So either shabal shetiboyo b'shishi shenemar brachal adam, or shatu chachamim shel tekanas al tekanas ben Yisrael shehi samech ima shloisha yamim. So those are the 2 reasons why. Okay, either because of shaktu or because of bracha. All right, weiter. So now the Gemara says the following: Dorish bar kapara, gedolim masit tzadikim yosim b'ma'aseh shemayim ba'aretz. The actions of the tzaddikim are even greater than the heavens and the earth. The ilu b'ma'aseh shemayim ba'aretz k'sev af yadi, and it says my hand. Yasta arts fashion the foundation of the earth. The yamini in my right, tivcha shemayim, spread over the heavens. It says yadecha, your hands. So it's more than one. So Heshiv Bavli Echad Rav Chishmo. What do you mean? The pasuk says v'yabeshes yadav yatzar, that Hashem created with His hands. So yadaiksiv. I've accepted yatzar, which is lashon rabim. So Rav Nachman Yitzchak yatzar etzba'osav. It's referring to one hand, but it's referring to the fingers, which is more than one. K'nesiv ki era shamecha mase etzba'osecha. So we see when it comes to fashioning the world, Hashem, it's focusing on His fingers. So we see again, Hashem is Yadav. It's not Lashon Yachid. The handiwork of the tzaddikim, mi magid, who testifies about these tzaddikim, herakia, umaynihu matar, through rain. Darish bar kapara ma'idechsev yaseh tilochal eseinacha, that there should be pegs upon your weaponry. Al tikri azeinecha el oiznecha, on your ears. Shim yishma adam davar shenu hagun. If you hear something which is improper, as we continue to Ham and Bays, yanich etzbo b'oznai. Person should put his fingers in his ears. Why are the fingers of a person comparable to pegs? My taima, that they're all separated and smooth. Each one of these fingers has a separate purpose when it comes to the avoda. Diarmamar, zu zeres, this small finger, the pinky, is the zeres, because that's a measurement of the chayshin. Zu kamitza, this finger is the kamitza, where you do the kamitza of the mincha. Zu ama, which is the middle finger, because that's how we measure an ama, from the elbow to the middle finger. Zu etzba, which corresponds to the sprinkling of the dam, as Rashi says, Almatan damim shel chatos. Zegudal, the thumb, and the thumb is, as Rashi says, Laboyhen yad de'ar ne'mitzayra, that we put the blood on the thumb of his right thumb, his right earlobe, and also on his toe. Okay, so we already know that each finger has its purpose. El matam meshufois kiseh, why are they smooth like pegs? Shim yishma adam davar shenu hagun. If you hear something which is not nice, yanich etzba'osa ba'aznav. You should put your fingers in your ears. Why is the entire ear so hard? However, the aliyah raka, but the very bottom is soft. Shim yishma adam davar shenu hagun yochayif aliyah latocha. If you hear something not good, you should bend your ear inward so that you will plug your ears. Okay. Tanabanim. Al yishma adam oznav devarim b'teilon. A person should not allow his ears to hear devarim b'teilon. Neshehein nichvais techilo levarim. Because your ears literally will burn before any of the other limbs when a person chas v'shalom is brought to Gehenna. Says Rashi, Hai obi kachavim decharech reisha shari lamechal afil mereish unne v'afil hachi shemamahir li bashel. It says that the ear is quick to cook. And tragically, when it comes to a lot of injuries, a person who has major fire burns, obviously it affects the ears very quickly as well. Okay, so now we're going to, after that small amount of fascinating agadata, we continue with the question, Iboilhu. Mahu libo b'tchil b'Shabbos. We already said that you're not allowed to. The question is, what is the din about bia on Shabbos? Why is it mutter or aser? So dam mifkad pokid or chabori mechbar. The question is, the blood of the woman, is it considered to be like removed and separated, and therefore if a person has bia with her, doesn't create a chabura, or is it chabori mechbar, like it's inside within the walls, and therefore when you have bia and she releases this dam, that it's considered like you made a chabura. So dam mifkad pokid would be mutter. As Rashi says, it's kamo pikadoin. It's like a deposit right? A person gives a deposit. So too, as a person deposited dam, kanas oimid, nivel. It's not absorbed into the walls of the womb. It says Rashi, Ella shapesach noil. There's a door that's closed. Upoischen lo v'yoytze. All you do is open up a door. Chabur mechbar says dam besulim hayoytze al yedi chabura. It's created when you make a chabura on her. Shadoifin misparik mechavero. So that's the question. Now the imtim saloimer dam nifgad pakid. Therefore, it should be allowed. What dam hutzarech v'shari? Do we say that the whole purpose is for the dam, and therefore it's mutter when it's nifgad pakid, or odilmo pesach hutzarech v'aser? Says Rashi, v'harihu kibinyan. If you're trying to create a pesach, so that's a form of like a constructive act, and binyan is one of the lamentas malachos. So even if you want to tell me dam nifgad pakid, if it's the purpose is lepesach mischaven, then it would be aser. Dimtim salomer dam hutzarich, which is mutter, upesach memelokasi halacha Reb Shimon derem davershin mischaven mutter, or halacha Reb Yehuda derem davershin mischaven aser. So again, your kavana is proper, but nonetheless, it's a davershin mischaven. Since the davar shen mischaven, so it's totally in this malchus Rav Shimon Rabbi Yehuda. The imtim is to learn halacha Rabbi Yehuda. Even if you want to tell me the halacha in fact is like Rabbi Yehuda, that davar shen mischaven is aser, mekalkel hu eitzel haPesach. Here you're being mekalkel the Pesach, o masakin hu eitzel haPesach. So if you're being masakin it, that's a problem. It's binyan. If it's kilkel, according to Rabbi Yehuda, even though he holds davar shen mischaven is aser, he holds that when it comes to the Isser is only if you're Masakin, but not if you're Makalkel. Fine. Ikediamri, some say differently. The imtim salwer medam b'chabur mechbar, l'dam hutzarech v'aser, you want the dam tz'aser, udilmo l'hanas atzma hutzarech v'shari. It's just l'hanas atzmai. The imtim salwer l'hanas atzma hutzarech v'dam melkasi halachar Yehuda halachar Shimon. Right? The imtim salwer halachar Yehuda, mekalka b'chabura or masaka b'chabura. Again, according to Yehuda, even though it holds a davar shen mischaven as aser, that's only when you're masakin. But if you're makalkel, not. The imtim is learn mekalka b'chabura, which would be okay. Who? But mekalkel halacha Rabbi Yehuda. Oh, as we continue the b'manav halacha Rabbi Shimon. We'll stop there. Now, according to Rabbi Shimon, actually he holds mekalka b'chabura is chayiv. So therefore, those are the different studim. Now, on this, Rashi asked the famous question that. So maybe it's like Rav Shimon that davar shen mischaven is mutter. What do you mean? In fact, Rashi him timer psik reishul yamus. The only time a davar shen mischaven could be mutter according to Rav Shimon is the something that doesn't always happen. But over here it's a psik reishul. If you're having tashmish with a besula, she's going to be moitzidam. So in this, Rashi says not necessarily. We're going to see later on yesh bekin b'hatoya. There's a way of having tashmish b'hatoya, which is like on the side, in order not to break the besulim. So therefore, it's shaykh that you could actually have her no longer. You could actually be boiled bios mitzvah without yet having broken her besulim. Okay, let's see question 4. We're gonna stop there. Let's see question 14. Mehim study a heter. What are the sides of the heter? The bia betchil b'shabbos. The person could have bia originally. V'lo aser mishum chabura, alpha be the davar shen mischaven aser. So one explanation, as we said, if it's dam mifkad pocket. If it's dam mifkad pocket, then that's one reason why it's okay. But even if you hold that, you don't hold like that, you can still say, even let's say it's even if you want to say chaburi mechbar, what maybe if you're mekalka b'chabura, right? And halacha Rabbi Yehuda. So if you're mekalkel, so in that situation also you're not going to end up being violating Shabbos. Question TA, and I think a lot of these are very similar questions. TA 19. Almana nises b'chamishi v'nevilas b'chshishi. Okay, actually saw this over here. So regarding an almana, it says Mahim hatamim sheinu nivelos b'chamishi. Why not on Thursday? So he said because we prefer berachas adam over berachas dagim. or the second reason is because of bittul, and we said of shaktu. However, and it also has ma beis hanafkinus b'neim. It's a hard question. It's a lengthy question. So either if, let's say, the guy doesn't do any work, he's a batal, he's a mavatlon, or alternatively, we're talking about a situation where Erev Shabbos is Yom Tov. Yom Tov is Shechal Yos Erev Shabbos, so therefore the person's not going to do Malacha then anyway. Okay. Question TB20. Mehem Astadim will heter bias besul b'tchilos b'shabbos in b'davar mishum dahavi kebinyan. So he says over here, O mishum de'enu mischaven lePesach, Rav Shimon dir medavar she'enu mischaven motor. And I wrote dam mifkad pocket. O mishum de mekalkel eitzel haPesach. I entices hatam de mekalkel the hacha mutter. Adkan.